tell you some. I have another hour, so I just got some breakfast. This ham and cheese fiale sandwich. We'll see how this goes because I've never had it before. And then a Minute Maid apple juice. I decided to just get off here at Alexandria. So I took the train in travel clothes. I just have on this sweater with a tank top and some yoga pants and those shoes there. But I plan to change when I get there to a bit of an all black outfit, like a black top with black slacks and black shoes, because I had absolutely no clue what to wear to this thing. And I figure you can't go wrong with all black, right? All right, so while I wait here, I'll tell you a little bit more about the conference. So it's by the American Society of Echocardiography, and they are the ones that write what we call the ASC guidelines. So if you are gonna go to school, let's say for this, or if you're currently doing that, then you'll see that there's this really thick guidelines book that you're supposed to follow in regards to how you put your probe down and what the images look like and how you measure things. It's a set of guidelines that all echocardiographers are supposed to follow. If a person is a doctor or an echocardiographer already and they go to this conference, then they can earn credits for their continuing education points. But I'm a student, so I don't get any of those. I was very happy when they decided that on this Saturday they would be doing a student day, so students get to go for free. But I will post like what it costs for everyone who goes, just in general, so you can see what it costs. And so I'm looking forward to the getting to know more about things, the different sessions on the different topics, and then also seeing other people, seeing other, echo students, seeing other people that are in the field, seeing other doctors, and kind of getting to know everyone. Also, it's overcast, but this is a really pretty place. This is what I got. Okay. This is a very lovely hotel. All right, so I made it. I'm going to registration. I am nervous, but we're gonna see how this goes. So they have a stand of ribbons that you can add to your badge, which is pretty cool. And I have a lanyard and all those good things. And you can see it here. There's just a whole bunch of them. And I picked up the sonographer student.
6 was the strain for that. We'll collect that. If there's any kind of wall motion abnormality or any kind of cardiomyopathy, you may see these peaks all over the place, very dispersed, but totally normal here.
Okay, so I want to be sure to kind of like share my thoughts after all of these sessions for this one. They requested that we wear a mask, this one in particular. Let me tell you, this was a mask, but I'm gonna try to share, but my classes are a bit back to back, but that was pretty cool. I went to a DIY session on strain, so there were a bunch of beds set up with patients, and sorry if you hear some conference noise, but they had different machines. So I went to a Canon machine, and then a Siemens machine, and then a Philips machine, and then we talked about how you do strain, how you measure strain. Someone could scan and do it, or the faculty member could do it, and so that was pretty good because I haven't learned about strain yet, and it seems like they said that it's one of those things that you do for chemo or transplants or PE and a whole bunch of other different things. So it was pretty cool, and I like seeing other machines because at school I mostly see the Philips machine, and so it was nice to see the Canon, and it was nice to see the Siemens, and it was nice to see how they do the same thing on different machines, and then just every stenographer's different perspective, because at each station is a different person and we all kind of do things differently. And so that was interesting. But anyway, I gotta go because I have to be to my next session, but I wanted to give my thoughts on that first one. So first DIY session, thumbs up. Off to the Woodrow Wilson room for a talk on the aortic valve. All right, so this one here, the aortic valve rocks essentials of aortic stenosis. But what's really nice is they have some coffee and tea stations over there, so I'm gonna get some of that first.
In this case, it would make sense to measure closer to the annulus right at the insertion of the aortic cusps. This slide just demonstrates the importance of making the measurement right the first time. In deciding or making a call.
All right, I am done. Let's chat about this last session that I went to, which was very good. I must say that I was like sitting in there thinking, I'm very happy with my choice and that I really love this stuff. And I haven't done it since I've been out of school for the summer, but I really enjoy learning about the heart and various things. Anyway, it was a great session. It was from 10:45 to 12. I like that it was broken up. So like they had several people that were speaking. Some did 15 minutes, some did 10 minutes, some did 5 minutes. It was all about the aortic valve and aortic stenosis. And I learned quite a bit of things, and there's things to me to go back and look up. So I'm very excited about that. Let me see, what else would I have to say about it in terms of the things that I learned, like the importance of the placement of the measurement for the LVOT, the importance of the stroke volume, the measurement. Like, I like this saying that they were saying, like, measure the chin and not the beard. And I'll try to see if I can insert like a little clip or picture to you can understand what I'm saying. But so far, so good. So my next thing is in about 15 minutes, and I'm trying to remember the name of it. I'll post it down here when I do. So I'm here trying to figure out what I want to get, but I probably will come back and get it before I leave so I don't have to lug it around. All right, so that was the bus, the talk that I was going to see. It was way too loud. I don't know how they came up with the idea of holding a whole talk in the middle of the expo place, so you really couldn't hear much. So what I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna go over to the place where they're doing headshot pictures, because for students they're doing them for free, so I figure, why not? So that's what we're up to now.
Stick the chin straight out. That's it. Ready? Big smile. 1, 2, 3.
The headshots are done. I got this handy dandy receipt, and in 2 weeks I can put the info in, and then I'll see my headshots. Well, you know, the edited ones. I did see it when he took it. So this is the view from the outside. The weather is much better now, and you can see the harbor there. Really nice place just to sit out. And I'm on my way to lunch. So I decided on lunch at Nando's. Hopefully it's not too terribly crowded. Fingers and toes crossed, but we'll see. It was maybe about a 5-minute walk from where I was. Kind of crowded, but this is some space. All right, so I'm just leaving this area here, which is the place where they have a bunch of places that are recruiting sonographers and, you know, various techs for their different institutions. Okay, so up next, I am going to the tricuspid regurgitation primer. This one here, it should be good. There's supposed to be a lot of people attending, and the topics seem like they're going to be very good, so they should be fun.
If there is a consistent unemployment of TRC there, but not infrequently also on the tricuspid side, on the size and function. And obviously the guidelines do not help us out yet, and this is hopefully going to change because there's no...
All right, so on to the next session that I wanted to attend, which is a talk on the different career paths that a sonographer could take in echo. And so this should be interesting. The tricuspid one was pretty good. There was a fair bit of it that was like way over my head at this point in my like school studies and things, but still pretty good. All right, this is the expo. There's Definity, which I know well, and Philips, which is the ultrasound machines that we have at school. Pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it tells you. And so if you were off, then it's
So
red.
if I were to this way, it would be red and says slide away from the sternum. So I'm coming up. So now let's just say I do something different.
Then
Fan
it's like
away,
something's wrong.
fan
Yeah.
away, slide towards. So it's trying to get
Oh,
me.
so it's trying to direct you to where to get the plaques to.
Yes. And then I.
These are interesting. And touchscreen. And there's a bunch of different ones. It's a certain poster that they have. You can also browse if you want to purchase, and then it says the different things that are going on, and there's several of them for people to look at.
And easily change your TGCs. And then when you want to realign, one button. Yeah? Yeah.
So it looks like they have the date and the place for the next conference, and it is going to be in Portland, Oregon on June 14th to the 17th. This area here reminds me of like one of those atriums in a cruise ship in this hotel. It's just so nice. So one really insightful one that I went to that I didn't get a chance to actually show you guys the inside because it was a really small kind of room and there was standing room only, and I was on the opposite side. But it was a whole session called Building the Workforce, and I happened to be the only student in there, and everybody else was kind of like in charge of their departments or physicians or things. And it was very interesting hearing people's techniques for how they hope to build their sonography, what do you call it, like clinics and things like that, how they hope to bring students in and how they hope to bring staff in and also retain them, because we are like in a shortage, definitely a staffing deficit. So it was nice to hear that a lot of these places were really looking for ways, one, to help with the ergonomic issues, and then two, to make sure that their sonographers are actually happy, and not only are they happy, but also willing to teach. Because you come out of school and there's a certain amount of information that you know, and then you do your clinicals and then you gain information from there, but it's always a learning exercise and a learning process. And so there was one person that was there from, was it Charlotte? From a hospital in Charlotte, and he was talking about how he runs his echo program, how much time new hires get to spend in a training kind of environment to make sure that they know their protocol, how good they are on feedback. He gives the employees like one massage a month. They get to go get one massage a month to help with the musculoskeletal issues that you gain from being a stenographer. So when I tell you it was really nice and insightful, just to see that people want to do more and they want to retain their staff and they're hoping to make it a good place, it was really nice, especially since nobody knew that I was a student. I have a whole bag full of like swag and various goodies. The things that I bought from the ASC stand. I just want to show you what I ended up picking up today. Maybe on the train, maybe when I get home, probably at home because there's so many things. If you're interested in kind of like seeing what I picked up, what were some of the freebies and things, then keep watching.